Hi everybody. Okay, so first of all, excuse all the sweatiness, but it's super hot, and yeah, that's the way it goes. Yes, I'm also in the same clothes that I was in yesterday, but I kind of can't be asked to wash my clothes every single day, if that's terrible to say, sorry. But I knew I'm not going to see anyone today, so if I stink in these same clothes, I really don't care. Today they will get washed, though, it's fine tonight. But yes, that's real life for me. I can't make more work for myself. I have enough as it is. Anyway, so what I want to do is I've been working on a unit. I'll show it to you in a minute. But it is super old, as 90% of my things are. And sometimes there are little holes and gaps and things that I need to fill up. So my biggest bugbear is buying wood filler. To me, it's super expensive. And if I'm using natural wood, then yes, I kind of have to try to match the color, but you can also buy like a little stain, a bottle of stain that you actually like stain what I'm about to show you with it. Use a few drops and you can get the color more accurately than buying a ready-made wood filler. Also, what irritates me with wood filler is it takes forever to dry, I find, or longer than I like to wait. And it's expensive. Sorry if I've said that already. Now, I was taught by a carpenter, an old carpenter. The easiest thing to do is actually take just normal like plaster powder, white plaster powder, that you can pick up at any hardware store for super cheap, and then mix it with normal white wood glue, which again you can pick up any hardware store and it's pretty cheap in comparison. And then a little bit of water and make a nice thick consistency and use that as your wood filler. So number one, it's cheaper. Number two, it dries pretty quickly. Number three, it's super strong, so it doesn't crack easily and any of this because of the wood glue, and there's somehow some kind of flexibility with it. I don't know. But so far I've had a lot of success with it. I've used it on several items. I have tinted it before, and you can't tell the difference between the wood and the actual where I've made the filler. But having said that, most of my work I do paint over the old piece of furniture because it's not worth trying to restore the wood. It's either really cheap rubbishy wood, or the old paint is too difficult to completely remove and it makes an item too expensive to remove all the old paint. So 90% of the time I'm painting over this particular wood filler that I make. So because I'm on selfie mode, I'm going to try and show you the actual filler properly. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on the floor and I'm gonna show you. Okay, there we have it. Dun, dun, dun. So I've already kind of mixed it, but you can see you want to make it obviously into a thick paste. And that's really it. Like, I'm going to be filling quite a lot of different things at the moment. So that's it. And it kind of looks like that. So nice and thick, or you get it to the consistency that you prefer working with. Okay, cool. Oh, and the other thing you will notice with wood fillers, sometimes when you have to fill, for example, there was an old wooden doorknob and you pulled it out and it's got now a great big hole that you need to fill. Okay, if you're a real professional carpenter, you're going to cut a piece of wood that fits it, you're going to slot it in, you're going to glue it, you're going to do all sorts of things, and then just fill the tiny cracks around it. If you're someone like me and you don't necessarily have the tools or the ability to do that, cutting a perfect little piece of wood, then a lot of people, DIYers, use wood filler. And the problem with the wood filler, it'll actually, you think you've filled it up, and if you overfill a hole, it's a lot to sand away and it's really difficult and makes a huge mess. So if you just fill it to the surface and you think, oh, it's lovely and smooth and perfect and I'll just have to sand it a little bit, when you come back, guaranteed, it's going to create a divot. It just gets sucked straight in. So you're going to have to fill on top of that, which then doesn't make it so strong because you've now got two layers and that front layer can kind of fall out if you're not super careful with it. So this doesn't do that. It doesn't shrink in, it doesn't cause any divots, it doesn't do that. Certainly I've never had that experience. So that's why I use it. I'm going to take you outside quickly into the boiling heat. And I'll show you the unit that I'm working on. I do have to put my glasses on. It's just way too bright out there. Yeah, baby. Okay, cool. Let's go. So I think, can you see it? I can't even see my camera now. Yep, that's it behind me. That's the old unit. And then what I'm going to show you, for example, the doors, bless them, are very old and not flimsy, but they need a bit of TLC and a bit of strengthening. So for example, on, let me put my finger so I can see it, on this middle piece of wood, which is very thin, I am just, can you see what I'm doing? I'm going to put some of this plaster in there. I'm going to fix up, hope you can see, I can't see, fix up little holes. And even on the top of the unit, there's a bit of where the wood has separated, so there's quite a nice crack. I'm going to fill that up and do that. Anyway, I'll post some photos. Take care, have a great day, and enjoy the sun.